Hi everyone, I'm Catherine. This is my mom, formerly known as, hi, I'm Julie.
Hi everyone, welcome to Floss, Paper, Scissor. This should really be an adventure.
Yeah.
The love of a clicker, you gotta love it. So, we had this whole script thing written out.
We,
as
she.
usual. But I don't know what to say. So see, we have shirts. So we'll just start with that. Okay, we want to take you on an adventure. We never know where we're going to wind up, but it's going to be full of fun and creative activity. So hardanger, cross stitch, punch needle, finishing techniques, and all sorts of crafty stuff. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm Catherine. And I'm a mom. I have an adult child and a very tiny dog. My child is 18. My dog is 11.
Oh, I know. I can't believe she's 11.
She's an old lady.
She is.
She's elderly. I have a background in healthcare administration and healthcare finance. I currently work in the financial technology realm of the corporate world. And I am a professional crafter. I do literally everything. I'm an apparel decorator. I do a lot of... I made these t-shirts. I do a lot of work for the booster clubs, the PTAs, high school kids like it when I make them posters.
For homecoming,
promposals, stuff like that. I also do some merch for some local small businesses, and pretty much anything someone can think of and they can't execute it on their own, I do it.
and very well, very creative. I wish I could do creativity to her level. It's really fun to see her thrive on that.
Is it
so,
though?
but she was never interested in stitching.
No.
Or up until you drove me down to a teaching class, and then she was kind of watching my table. We had a little vendor table, and she kind of got into it there. But my name's Julie, and when I get nervous, my voice goes out, so we'll see how that improves throughout the video. I've been teaching hardanger and designing hardanger for 25 years. Dabbled in cross-stitch design. I know.
That's a really long time.
I'm very old, but I'm retired.
Are you
Yes,
though?
I am married to a wonderful guy named Tom, and
That's my dad.
that's your dad. And we've been married for coming up on 45 years. He retired 3 years ago, 3-year survivor of retirement. And I decided I was going to retire too so we could spend time together. However, we met these gals down in Blue Earth. And that kind of took me out of retirement a little bit. But I create and design and teach at my leisure. So that's kind of fun too, to do that. And what makes it even more fun is that I got this gal behind the wheel. And that really...
I'm a really good driver.
Yeah.
I like driving her fancy new car.
She goes, I don't know anything about cross stitch, but heck yeah, I'll drive you down there. So, except for that time, the first time we went down, you had my key fob.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she got behind the wheel.
That
and
was not ideal.
It's set for me. So she gets in and turns the car on, and she starts going forward for my setting.
Believe it or not, she's shorter than me. She's just sitting on a booster seat at the moment. But I'm quite a bit taller and bustier than her, and the steering wheel was literally eating me. It was not an ideal situation.
And she's going, how do you get this to stop? And our car was new enough where I'm like, I have no idea.
Sometimes technology is great, and other times it's not fun.
So now when we go, she takes Tom's fob, and that's set for the longer legged gal in the trip. So,
bit.
Let me see.
Got your little script?
I have a little script.
Where'd we leave off?
We left off at, I have 2 children, adult children, Matthew and Catherine.
I have a brother.
And of course, Miss Bella is her daughter. our only grandchild, so we're very lucky. We live about 4 miles apart. However, Google says it's 2.6 miles, which I said to Tom, it's longer than that. And he goes, well, that's by how the crow flies. I go, how many crows use Google?
All of them.
All the crows.
How do you think they get the satellite images?
I don't
it's
know.
from the crows.
But crows.
Flying around with little cameras.
The crows.
Not satellite, it's crow light.
What are those? The crows are droning, right?
They could be. Some people believe
gosh.
that birds are. Yeah,
You
that's a
think
whole
so?
rabbit hole we're not going down.
No. Okay, so now we're going to try to, because, she's not done a floss tube before.
No.
So I said, don't worry. Well, we didn't say don't worry. Our dearest friends go, don't worry, you'll be fine. Well,
For some reason, they think we're funny, and wanted us
to do this.
do it. So
I don't know. We always have a good time whenever we're together.
I'm slightly unhinged sometimes.
Yep.
In a good way. So it's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So now you never cross stitched until we were down in Blue Earth at Welcome Stitchery, and you met Justine's daughter, Sam.
Well, I met everybody.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Sam was there. Sam's your age, maybe a little younger. But anyways, you two got kind of silly and thought, hey, we can do this in your busy life.
I like free things.
Yeah.
If there is a free handout or a free sample, literally anything free, I'm down for free things. And Justine had free patterns, and we thought it would be fun to try it. And so I'm like, I'll take it. Maybe I'll do something with it. No guarantees, but I have a bag of tricks over here. And so I got, the first one I got was by Fancy Words. What's that
I
say?
think that's Manny Didana.
Oh, that was cursive. I wasn't prepared for that one.
The hidden.
It was this really cute little thing. There we go. Land of the Free. And so I took it.
And I had fabric, so I said, I'll set you up with fabric.
And I didn't have any strings, but, my mom did. And I didn't iron this because I will heat press things, but I will not iron things. So.
You believe that? My daughter doesn't iron.
Am I centered?
Yep, you're good.
This is what I did.
And she did it I started her on 18 count linen. Mm-hmm. We use,
I have it written down.
Yep.
Wait for it. 4 strands on 18 count natural linen over 2 fabric threads.
Yes, indeed.
And I didn't make any mistakes, and I followed all of the rules when I did it because I am not a good rule follower.
No, she's very fly by the seat of her pants kind of gal.
Maybe that's why I like pros. The second thing that also was a free pattern, it was by Teresa Kogut, and that was Creative Whims Incorporated. I'm assuming that's the business, right? And it was really fun. It said create every day, and it had like a little needle, and well, I was just learning how to stitch, and I wasn't going to commit to doing it like every day.
And you had I gave you 14 count for that.
Well, I had like a whole bag of stuff.
Did I give you a whole bag of fabric?
Yeah, didn't really know what it was. I think she counted some strings after I finished it to figure out what the count was.
Yeah, it was 14 count, Ada.
But I like to create stuff. So I went down a little free rabbit hole and found an alphabet. Not a stencil. What are they called? Patterns?
Pattern.
And I made this.
Isn't that cool?
Wait. Oh, there we go.
Create stuff.
Create stuff.
And years ago, I had given her my whole entire anchor thread collection.
Yeah, I got a lot of that.
And Bella to
make friendship bracelets.
Yeah, make friendship bracelets. So this was all done with anchor
hair
threads.
wraps. We didn't remember the hair wrap era where we wrapped our hair with. That was fun.
That was very creative.
I should do that again.
We could. Well, not me. I'd look like a fool, but she said, "Hey, Mom, I have a problem. I think I stitched it on the fabric the wrong way." And I'm like, "What wrong way?" So she had a long piece, and she did it this way, and I had like 3/4 of an inch on both sides to do something with, and I said, hey, I think I will block that. She goes, do whatever. Use your creativity, Mom, to block it. And she's very
I
colorful.
believe I said choose your own adventure.
Yes, you did. Very creative.
And she did, and it's on a block. And for those of you who know my mom, you've probably been jonesing for a block tutorial. I would like to say that the reason that did not get done is my fault. Well, it is my daughter's fault because we were going to do it after I had come back from the most recent trip down to Blue Earth without her. And we were going to try and squeeze it in. And unfortunately, my daughter decided to, unbeknownst to anybody, get an infection in her blood. She had sepsis. We almost lost her. She spent... what was it, a week, 5 days in the ICU? And it was touch and go for a while, and I'm not exaggerating.
No, it was our
terrifying.
Our darkest hours. And I was self-isolating because I was going to have my hand surgery in 2 days, and they wouldn't have let us in the hospital anyways because she was isolated. And
I was fortunate enough to be as assertive as I am. And because she was 18, they were not going to let me stay. But I did arrive with her in the ambulance, and she wasn't able to communicate at that time with anybody. So they let me stay. And when they wanted me to leave once she was medically stable in the ICU, I kind of pitched a fit.
yeah.
And I said, no, she's been 18 for 3 months. She's barely an adult. Her frontal lobe is not developed. I'm not leaving, and I did not. I stayed a lot.
So, but Catherine was there the whole time, and we were in constant contact with text messaging and phone calls, and it was horrible. It was a nightmare. It's over. She survived by the grace of God and the power of prayer and the fabulous doctors at the medical center, and she's rebound.
She's thriving.
Wow. She had youth on her side.
Yep. Prayers and youth kept that little one.
Yep, kept her alive. So that our summer's been very busy. The highs have been very high. The lows have been very low.
Yep.
But that block tutorial will get done. Come hook or by crook, we'll get it done.
Because they are really cute when they're done.
Fun finishes. Real fun finishes. So, well, now that we totally just, wow, do you, oh, wait.
I know where I am.
Yeah, okay.
I'm on the list.
You are on the list.
I got something else.
Next.
So I thought...
She wanted to do some more. So every time we went down to Blue Earth, she's like, she'd leave to go to the ladies' room, and she'd be gone, and she'd come back, and she goes, hey, Mom, look at this, you know? And so she was afraid. I will say this. She was afraid that she wouldn't find her designer base. She goes, I know the alphabet, so I don't need to do samplers.
Yeah, I've known that for a long time.
And her and I do not have the same taste. She's not all Red Deer sampler and stuff like that.
Oh, that's what that is, right?
Yep, that's very bright colored, and I said, you keep looking and you'll find it. And boy, has she got some fun stuff. So show me what you got.
The one when I was like, I want to do not saying like a real pattern, but I wanted to buy something because my mom gave me money to spend, and
here's some fun money.
Because I was like,
no, actually, Dad gave us fun money.
He did.
We spend his money
because I'm on a budget here. Got a kid in college, so didn't want to. I got this. Ta-da! Roundabout. End of discussion. I got this, and this is. Well, hello there, which is something that I frequently say in meetings at work. But it is the month. It's by Hands On Designs, and there's all the months. And
she did them all.
I'm not obsessive or compulsive at all. No. However, I did do all of them.
But did you do them in order when you did do them?
No.
Yeah.
Wait. No, I did them based on which strings I had because
she has no fibers because she's a new cross stitcher.
I was just building my stash, so to speak. So I had some colors and I didn't have some of the other colors, and I didn't think I would do it as fast as I did, But I
They're
brought
a quick stitch though. That's a real quick stitch.
Yeah, and I did it on 28 count Lugana in white, which as these continue, you will learn that that's my favorite.
Yeah, because white just pops in her bright. She's got a bright blue room, and she's got bright colored rooms, and white is her color.
White's my jam. So this is October. Oops, hold on. That's October. Bloop. And then I also brought with to show you November.
Very nice.
And lastly, I brought with December. So if you're kind of wondering why they look a little wonky donkey and have the big gap at the bottom, it's because they're supposed to be buttons. And it was kind of hard to see on the book that there's buttons. I didn't really know what it was, but thankfully my mom and Justine figured out how to obtain buttons for me. So I do have the cute little button packs. I think they're Just Another Button Company clay buttons or something. But see, the problem is, it's not that I don't know how to sew a button, because I do.
Because you just learned recently.
No. They taught me it in school because they had home ec back in my day. But the buttons have really tiny holes, and all of my little pins with holes in them are too big.
Yeah. So before you leave today, I'll make sure I give you a beading needle or a size 28 or, needle, tapestry needle, something.
Well, whatever you gave me last time
was too big. Or
too big.
Yeah.
Way, way, way too big.
So now you've entered the zone.
Yeah, you guys corrupted me with your cross-stitchery.
Yeah. We're evil like that. Just evil. So, let me see. Welcome Stitchery is in Blue Earth, Minnesota, or in Minnesota. And the owner is Justine. And when I retired, I sold her my inventory. So if you're ever looking for any patterns that I have designed that I show, we always will reference you to Welcome Stitchery. She's got a website, and you can just give her a phone call. But she has welcome weekends once a month, and you just go down and you can free stitch. And sometimes she has she's got a beautiful stitching area, and she has people that come, or she'll have trunk shows from certain designers, and she usually explains all that on her Welcome Wednesday, which is on Facebook. So if you want to go check that out, it's kind of fun, and she shows everything that's new. Well, Catherine went down to a welcome weekend, which happened to be the weekend right before I was having hand surgery. And I'd waited for 3 months for this surgery. I was not going to risk any travel germs or anything like that. So you went down there and you vend your items. And
because I have a business.
Oh yeah,
I didn't say that. Part of my doing all my professional crafting is under a business of mine called I Got You Designs. Because if you need something, I got you. I'll take care of it. Yep. So I do have a website. It's under construction pretty much all the time because I work.
That darn W-2 job.
A W-2 job gets me every time, but I love it most of the time. But I had a little booth set up with some stuff down at Justine's at Welcome Stitchery, and there was a whole bunch of people that I didn't know, but now I kind of know. I could pick them out in a crowd. But they were Flosstubers.
Yep.
And I have a short list because I am horrible at remembering pretty much everything. But I generally don't like lists. But the Two Needles Pulling Thread was there, and the Bougie Stitchers, and the Pink Sisters. Pink Stitchers.
Yep.
Yeah, they weren't wearing pink though.
No, but that's their
I'm just saying. That day they wore other clothes. Loose Threads.
They're from Minnesota.
Yep. And then Coffee, Wine, and Stitch Time.
Yes.
And I know that there was other people that I didn't really remember because that whole big life event for the summer happened right after. So my my notes, my inventory, everything got kind of messed up. But
and there were like 40
yeah,
people there.
There was a lot of people.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of customers coming in and out too from the shop. But I know quite a few of you had mentioned me in your YouTube Flosstubes, held up my business cards, and I'm so appreciative of you sharing my craft with your crafters.
Yep.
Wait, can I call you guys crafters? I'm a crafter.
I know you're a crafter, but you know me and
you don't like the word craft.
I don't like being called crafty.
I'm crafty.
Yeah, you're very crafty. I don't know why, and my family is threatening to put that on my headstone. She was a real crafty lady, and I said, you do, and oh boy.
She's going to haunt me because I'm probably going to do it.
They threaten it all the time, so. But it sounds like they had a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And I had FOMO, fear of missing out.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, I wanted to be there so
There was
bad.
a lot of video chatting between me and my mom.
Yep.
And text messages flying back and forth of little updates of what was going on because I knew she really wanted to be there.
I really did.
And it was really weird going like
alone
out of town without my kid, without my mom, without any friends. I mean, I have friends down there, but like I traveled alone.
Yeah. But you did it.
Did I take the truck that time?
Yes, you did.
I took my dad's
you took
truck.
Dad's truck, and then you got to stay in a hotel by yourself too, because it wasn't overnight. But before I had my hand surgery, I worked like a dog to get all my stitching done. Stitch, stitch, stitch. I have a 2024 Hardanger Christmas ornament. This is the second in the series that's coming out, and Justine will release that during the welcome weekend, their Christmas kickoff, November 8th. And I so want to show you, but she has the model. But so I had to work and secret. It's a secret. It's a secret. Like Victoria, it too is a secret. So
She's not very secretive.
No,
she's got
she's
all
not.
of it out there.
She does kind of have it all out there for being so secretive.
Yeah.
But I did finish. Ta-da!
Oh, do you want this little cardboard? Or what is
No,
this?
I think it's okay. See, I'm showing it around the pole. That's why I went like this. But you don't see the pole.
No, only you see the pole, Mom.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
So this is Stacy Nash. It is Scarlet.
There you go, Scarlet.
And she's bigger than I thought she'd be. But that's okay.
What kind of fabric did you use?
This fabric is 36 count. I can't for the life of me remember linen. I can't.
Is that new?
Yes, it is. It's hand dyed. I used one strand of called for fibers over 2 threads, and that was a lot of red.
That's
to
a
stitch.
big cracker.
Yeah, that's a big cracker. But I love them, and I can't wait. I've got the Chicken Henrietta started, but
I like chickens.
I know you like chickens. So I've got that. And then what did I do?
Good job, Mom.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
I was putting my fall stuff all over the house.
Like, when did you fall?
I told Dad.
Was it a medical emergency?
I said, call 911. I'm falling downstairs. I'll see you later. That's not really what you want to say.
No, not
Your
ideal.
husband. But I was putting all my Americana stuff away, pulling out my fall decor. And when I packed this away, this is my favorite. And who is it by? Wait a minute. Hold, please.
Oh, this.
Okay. It is. Don't tell me I can be that organized.
Mother, did
Yes,
you lose it?
Here it is. Calico Confectionery.
Ooh.
And it's on 28 count dirty, natural dirty.
Isn't a confectionery like a cupcake?
Yeah, see, she's got that up there.
Oh!
Yeah, she's got that in her logo.
I love that.
Yeah. So I'm like, I did a ripped ruching. I ripped fabric and then I kind of rag ruched it around. And as much as I love that, I also finished this.
Wait, there's fabric on the back from Hoblob.
Yeah, there is.
I know, because I was there.
Yep.
Wasn't I?
Okay, so I thought, I'm going to pack this away, but this is what I finished before I had my hand surgery.
want me to hold that?
Yeah, you have longer arms than me.
It's because I'm tall.
And this is, you know, I could not for the life of me find that. Excuse me, because I put it away. I didn't think I'd be doing any more videos. But this, now you behave.
I'm showing the edging.
Oh, I thought you were trying to make us dizzy. Okay, so this is
I would never.
Primrose Cottage, Patriotic Quaker, and it is stitched on 18 count blue Ada, and it's hand dyed. I don't know what kind of blue Ada hand dyed, but let me tell you.
Why is there crunchy stuff inside?
I put walnut or ground walnuts in there for the weight. Yeah, shells, not the nuts.
Okay.
But this was fun.
Hope you don't have any mice in your house.
I have dryer sheets around everything. The edging that she was showing you actually is ribbon. It's not the fabric. So I thought it was too heavy.
How'd you get them to match?
Magic. It just did. This is original pillow ticking. And this just happened to be a striped ribbon that they had at Hobby Lobby. So now I don't know which one is my favorite, this one or that one. But they both have to be packed away because now I got the fall stuff out.
Yep.
All over the house.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
And for a while I called you and I go, I'm so tired. I'm so frustrated. It looks like Americana's having a turf war with fall. I had it everywhere until I could get it all straightened out.
That was a lovely conversation.
Yeah, so I've got that done. So what else did I get done?
Oh, what? You did lots of stuff.
Yeah. Then I did, finally got this done. And I have a frame for it and everything.
Do you need this? No, we don't need that.
I have a frame for it, but it's going to be a long time before I can stretch anything. But I've got a friend who can do that.
You got a person for that?
Look! I can't believe I finished it. This is by your favorite designer, Satsuma Street.
One of them.
Yep. And it is Memento Mori.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
Sure.
What does it mean?
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. So you think I speak Spanish or something?
Yes, you do.
Nobody needs to know
but
that.
This is 25 count Lugana. That's kind of been our fabric of the choice, hasn't it?
You know why I like Lugana?
Why?
Because it's an even weave. I don't like the little rogue strings everywhere.
Of a linen, yeah. So that's stitched on 25 count Lugana with 2 strands. And I got a cool black frame. And I'm going to, and it's got glass on it because...
Who needs editing skills? Look at me roll that up and show them the whole thing.
Look at you roll.
You know, I can probably help you stretch this.
I know you probably could.
Fun fact, I learned how to stretch mount stuff.
And how did you learn how to stretch mount stuff besides the point that I helped you? Because what did you do?
What did I...
Little Miss Smarty Pants. When we were at Welcome Stitchery, what did you tell Justine when you were standing at the cash register?
Well, she has a welcome wall.
Above her door.
So, like, there's a whole bunch of different designers. Welcome is kind of a big thing for people to cross-stitch, I guess. I didn't know that it was until I saw an obscene amount of them on her wall above her door that all said welcome in different styles and fabrics and colors and...
Hardanger and cross stitch and...
I noticed that there was not one in any language other than English, and I also had noticed that there was patrons of the store meandering around that did not possibly speak English, and I happen to speak Spanish sometimes, but we just don't disclose that to the world. So I decided to...
One day. She goes...
One day, I decided that a pattern in a chart looks like graph paper. And since I work in finance, Excel spreadsheets look like graph paper if you make the squares, rectangles into squares. So I designed a cross-stitch pattern because I'm weird.
No, you're not.
It
Where
looks
is
like this. It's over here.
Oh, okay.
This is the book. I made a pattern. And I used my design space stuff and made
And then
it.
I charted it on.
Well, I had originally charted it in Excel using just color blocks and cells and made it look how I wanted it to look. And then she used the fancy program to get the right symbols because I didn't have those.
Yeah,
so
she just did it color block.
I learned how to stretch mount.
So
Wait, I want to get right in the middle, so I'm going to
Okay.
block your head.
I just am so
Because
proud
I
of
needed
you.
to frame this because I wanted it to go
That's
on
good.
Justine's wall. And last time we were down there, my mother kidnapped it
So we
and
can show you.
took it down off the wall because this might have been in the works, this video, for a while. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it has been.
We've been encouraged for a while. But so this says Bienvenidos, and it is designed exclusively and sold exclusively at Welcome Stitchery. And yeah, so it says welcome in Spanish.
Yep. Which is very hard for me to say. Bienvenidos, I can say it now, but before I started it.
questionable.
Well, so how do you really say it?
Bienvenidos.
Benitos. You know, D's are N's and N's are B's and B's are F's and
Stop
J's
while
are
you're not
H's.
ahead.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I learned how to stretch mount. My mom taught me how. I think I did a pretty good job. I even put this stuff on the back,
Yeah.
which seemed like a really good idea.
Yep.
So yeah,
Well, it was stitched on.
I have that written down too.
Yep.
It's on my notes because I know that's important. I used 32 count Atomic Ranch in the color Pistachio. And then I used the DMC string threads. And I did 2 strands over 2 fabric threads. And I think it turned out really nice, if I say so myself.
It did. I'm very proud of you.
And we made this book.
And we made the chart together. That was kind of fun. She used some of her graphics on her charting stuff, and we collabed, a total collab.
It was a collab.
It was
I collabed with my mom.
Yeah, it was
But it
fun.
says welcome.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that now lives on the wall. So if you're ever in town and you go down there, when you walk in, turn around, look up, she's got an awesome little wall full of welcomes.
Full of welcomes. Absolutely. Well, I had my hand surgery on August 14th, and I'm having my right hand done on December 11th. And I just wanted to let you know, it was really an adventure.
Yeah.
Who would think you needed a thumb to live? To live. I mean, seriously, you need it for everything. I had a cast, a surgical cast that went all the way, and only the tips of my fingers showed. So you could not use your fingertips to grip or anything. That was 2 weeks.
Yeah, it looked like a turtle.
It did. And I had a nerve block. And so that lasted, I was trying to do the math last night in my head. Let's just say
Math is hard.
38 hours. And I desperately wanted to go up and see Bella in the hospital, but I said I can't, not till this nerve block is out, because if there was any slack in my sling strap, this thing would just come
This
flopping.
thing, it's called your arm.
No, at that time it was a thing.
It was your arm.
It was like a 3-pound log of hamburger. And with
With a turtle head on it?
yeah, with a little turtle head, and actually, I think I was on some meds.
You think? Dad confirmed. You were on a little bit of meds.
But I was laying in the recliner, and there was a little bit of slack in my strap, and unbeknownst to me, my brain was telling my shoulder, let's just move your arm. So, of course, my shoulder goes, and this thing came and hit me right in the face. I'm like, why is it doing that? I had no control over it. It just freaked me out.
Because it was nerve blocked.
That's the thing I'm concerned about. Just having to go through that experience again with my
having
right hand.
hit your head once, I think.
I hit it several times because you're not in tune to keeping that tension on your strap.
But if we don't want history to repeat itself, we can learn from that event
One would think.
and just keep that strap a little tighter. Maybe.
Oh, it was horrible. And then Tom.
We can duct tape it to you.
He probably would.
I should have told him that.
Well, no, see, I had to sleep with it over my head
We could duct tape it to the chair.
And all of a sudden he'd get up and he'd walk over. I go, what? He goes, it's totally sliding off because I couldn't feel it. But then he came out of the bathroom the next morning and he goes, I have a question for you. And I go, what? And he goes, why is there a silicone pancake turner in the bathroom? And I said, because that's what I need to help pull my underpants. You try it. I dare you. You try it at home, ladies. Be you slim or be you not. To pull your pants up with one hand, it did not work very well. I told him, it's the pancake turner or you.
I'm sure he would have.
I know, and he had to, because I felt like a geriatric toddler. I would just come out and go, I can't do this. It was just far more involved than I thought it would be, and it was really frustrating. So yippee, I get to go through it all again.
Right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas. So, but I have really good strength. Where is it? Oh, really?
Toddler, geriatric toddler here. Where's my hand?
It's really strong. It's really, I had a 1/2 pound of pressure. Now I've got 5 pounds of pressure, and I can grip things, and I can do this. I couldn't before. And all my rings don't fit. I'll have swelling for up to 6 months.
That's all right.
Yeah. But that was really something. So when I finally got I had 4 weeks, I had a removable custom brace on. Mm-hmm. And still, I thought, I'll just stab and poke. No, I couldn't do this. And that's how you thread a needle. You need 2 hands to thread a needle. So finally, at the 6-week mark, when it all came off, I started to stitch a little. And I thought, I am going to do the Primrose Cottage Spring Quaker. Now I'm doing it on 32 count. Oh, Lugana.
Say it isn't so.
It is so. They call for they call for what on the back?
That's reading.
Yep, Classic Color Works.
Mm.
Oh, I'll be darned, I got the right floss. I thought I switched. Classic Color Works. Blooming Crocus. It's beautiful lavender. And I thought, I'm going to put it on this little lap thing that I've got. And I thought, am I on?
Yeah, you're on. You want to hold it closer?
I got that much done. Which I thought, is it in focus?
Yeah, sure. Close enough. If it's not in focus, just squint a little bit and it's your fault.
I can't say we're even new at this because I should know how to work this out.
It's fine.
But actually what I was doing is I was stabbing down with my right hand and I was pulling with my left and then stabbing up with my left, thinking that's really cool. Well, this movement of my thumb, I could only do about 30 stitches because it really started to hurt, which my physical therapist said was wonderful therapy.
Yeah.
But it was not fun for stitching. So then I thought, well, so much for that. Let's start something else. So then I went and I
Don't be a quitter.
No, let's just move on.
Moving on.
I got this one.
Ooh.
This one is by the Calico Confectionery.
Didn't I pick that out?
I'm not sure. When you were with, you did when we were together. This one's called Ruby's Heart. And it calls to be stitched on, the model was stitched on 16 count, hold please, tea-dyed Ada. And I'm like,
that's a lot of work.
I didn't want to, well, you didn't have to do tea-dye it your own self. It came that way.
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to say, I don't even drink tea, so I'd have to buy some.
Well, I did that 18 count, and I actually kind of struggled. I can do linen, but I struggled on that because if you're not in an Ada mindset, there's those multiple little threads, in the weave of the Ada cloth. So anyways, I decided to switch.
Bella has a friend named Ada.
Yes, I know that.
Oh,
I know her. I did this. You want to put the board up, or just that piece of paper up behind it?
Wow. A board?
So this is stitched on.
Oopsies. Crooked.
This
falling.
is stitched on 32 count pink sand linen.
Pink sand.
And I chose to use Weeks Dye Works raspberry. And the camera probably is, it's a kind of a pinkish lavender color, and the fibers are not showing the variegation that they show in the hank of
Hank?
the hank is what.
It's not a hunk.
No.
A hunk of burning love.
But the hank of fibers showed much more variegation than is showing up on the piece.
Well, it'll show more when you do more.
Well, yeah, possibly. But
Chop, chop, wiki, wiki.
But
30 stitches a day. Let's go.
This one works for me because I can where am I off? I can hold it with this hand and then stitch like this. Even though we're supposed to use scroll rods like this, I put it on because of the length of it, because the finished size is like 3.5 by 10. So I put it on to utilize that. So this I've stitched I can stitch for like a half hour, 45 minutes before I have to cookie up and
Have a snack.
have a snack.
Have a snack.
So I don't know now. Where are we at? We still have stuff in our piles.
I do. I have.
You share what you've got.
Well,
I'm
we talked about chickens earlier.
Oh, love chicken.
And I think chickens are pretty neat. I wanted to have chickens, but I live in this suburb city thing, and my backyard doesn't allow me to have chickens per my city, whatever. Rules are dumb. I started these guys. These are the Chicken Club, and I did Myrtle and Hattie.
Who's the designer?
Well, they're designed by Lori Holt from Bee in My Bonnet Company. Mm-hmm. There's 12 chickens. I'm not obsessive or compulsive, and I've done quite a few. So I got this one.
Aren't they cute?
This one is Myrtle. Myrtle's done. And then this one is the Hattie. Hattie is also done.
Isn't that cute? Oh.
But because I went down the chicken rabbit hole, I decided to start a chicken club on my website. And so I made these little tote bags. And they say, "What the Cluck Chicken Club," and the chickens can have like different colored glasses. Mine are silver glitter because glitter's my jam. And then I also made little keychain guys that can be either like a keychain or like a scissor fob or like a zipper pull. I made some for my friends' kids, and they have them on their backpacks. Not the chicken ones. They have.
She's got a whole plethora of...
I have an abundance of silicone beads. So I made those chickens.
You have to talk about the chicken club.
Well, my chicken club, my grandparents kind of died. And
yes, they did.
Every year for Christmas, I would buy them a farm animal.
Which Grandpa didn't understand.
My grandpa did not understand it at all.
I got a cow.
But I never bought a full cow. I usually buy goats or pigs or chickens. But it's through the ELCA Good Gifts program. We had heard about it through the church that I go to. And they do a holiday thing. It's a fundraiser. The money goes to impoverished communities to help them be entrepreneurs. And so if you gift a family 10 chickens, they not only can raise the chickens and have chickens to eat, they can also sell the chicken eggs and birth more chickens. I don't know. So part of the proceeds from my chicken tote bags, chicken keychains, and chicken t-shirts gets donated back to the ELCA to buy chickens in honor of my grandparents. Because I no longer have them to purchase it at Christmas time for.
You know how they said, "Oh no, don't buy us anything. Don't buy us anything." Well, Bella wanted to always buy great grandma something, so this is what they decided to do.
We'd always make a fun little card with a picture of whatever farm animal it was, and my grandpa thought I was insane.
Well, Grandma so got it.
Yeah, Grandma understood.
Not so much.
He thought I was crazy, but that's okay because he loved me the most.
Yep. I'm spiting words.
They sure are.
And she also has a pig.
Yep, I have a pig club called the Squeal Squad. And then I made a cow club called the Moo Crew. That has a variety of different cows in it.
bags and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's kind of fun. You can check that out on I Got You Designs.
Shop.
Shop. The link, we'll have links below on our comments.
Mm-hmm.
So, or in the show notes below.
I don't know.
I'll
put them somewhere.
If we can figure out how to do that.
I don't know where to put them. And then the other thing that I brought with that I finished. So, along with the free things, I also like to win things.
Of course.
Competitions are fun. So, Justine's having a little contest challenge thing, and it was for the 2024 Christmas JBW challenge. And so, of course, I jumped right in on that one. And you have to submit your entry by November 15th. And you just send a picture to her on I think she has the stuff on her website. But I decided that
you could choose whatever JBW one you wanted.
As long as you bought it from her shop.
Yeah.
That was like, you bought it from her shop and then did it and finished it. Or if you didn't finish it, there's rules. I didn't read them all. But I'm
not the only one with rules.
Other people have rules
She's
too.
Rulesy Justine.
Doesn't have as good of a ring to it like Rulesy Julesy, but
oh well.
I picked out 2. So I have a little mitten and a little stocking. And then I did them on
whatever you want. That was the competition. However you wanted to do.
I don't like to follow the rules very often. But I do, and I did the patterns, but what kind of fabric was this?
I
didn't write it down?
I don't think I wrote it down. Now you threw our notes on the floor, so now we're really going to have to go rogue. It's blue. Maybe if we find it on our other sheet, the master sheet, we can put it in the notes.
So it's really cool blue fabric. I know that it's hand dyed.
And it's 28 count, right?
It's 28 count. And then I also did the mitten. And a problem for future Catherine is to learn how...
Oh, the fabric.
No, this is it. This is the problem for future Catherine is to finish it.
Oh,
and so I got this cool fabric from Hoblob
we got that.
to put on the back of this because I want them to be the shape of the thing.
A mitten shape and a stocking shape.
Bit off more than I can chew maybe, but we'll figure it out.
Well, that's where your creativity, my creativity and your craftiness will come together.
I learned how to use a sewing machine, so
yes you did.
I'm on a great path to finishing that bad boy.
Yep. Are you going to mount them? Oh, you were going to soft finish them like a stocking and like a mitten, not mount them on foam core.
No.
Okay.
No, I want you to be able to use that stocking.
Okay.
But not use that mitten because my hands are way too big. But yeah, so I finished that one too. That was fun.
And then to not just, now remember she's only stitched on and off for a year. She says, "Hey, this is really cool."
Oh, not this one? Oh,
that's...
Where is it?
I don't know.
So, I was sitting at a table selling things, and there was this really bright colored thing that kind of drew my attention, and so I had my mom buy it for me. And it's called 324. And I didn't know about all the rage and everything that it was.
Oh,
and I didn't really know why it was called 324. And then I learned that's a lot of colors.
Did he talk you through it?
I have no idea.
Who did?
Nobody did. It was an accumulation of conversations with women who are smarter than me in the stitching community.
Who knew the lingo?
So apparently there's 324 colors to make this a completed project. So, of course, why would I not say I'm going to do that?
Because she had like 9 flosses in her floss.
Right. So
why not do something that needs all of them?
What I did was I expressed interest. I obtained the pattern. I purchased the fabric. And then I said, "Oh, friends, can you help me?"
Friends and countrymen. Because
floss is expensive. So me and my mother came up with this brilliant plan. Well, I think it's brilliant. So we cut these little strips of cardboard, and then they sell these little stickers.
DMC sticker number
DMC
pack.
stickers. And then you only need I think I got 18 inches of each color that I need, because you only use like 2 strands. Well, however many strands you're doing.
One
but
strand if you fold it in half.
I've yet to run out on any of the colors that I've done so far. But
because the color is only used once.
Yeah, you only use
piece.
it one time.
Yeah, so depending on your motif, it might not be very big at all.
So these are all my colors, and they're all in this, like, it's a mess. But they're not tangled. That's what's so cool.
Yeah.
But, so my friends in the community banded together and helped me out, and I have all of the colors, and I've made some pretty good progress, if I do say so myself.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So this is what I've done so far.
So cool.
And I just do like 1 or 2 little motifs at a time. And then I get bored and do something else.
You have a squirrel moment. Squirrel.
Or I'm watching TV and then I'm like, ooh, I want a snack. And then I leave. Or you know, I have to go and actually fill orders.
But, or go back to work and you do it on your lunch
break sometimes is an activity.
Okay, so then what are you going to pass along this goodness?
Well, since there's probably enough, if someone else, my friend, she wants to do it too. So I don't know if she's going to use the 28 count, but there should be enough for her to do it too if she uses similar count fabric, like math or something. I don't know. But I'm just going to pass on all these colors because there's really...
Yeah, then she won't, because I don't think she has them all either.
No.
You know,
and some of them came from her sister.
Yeah.
And there's really no reason to be greedy. So I'm going to share with the, you know, the next participant in the 324 adventure that I'm on. So hopefully I can make some progress on it and maybe finish it someday.
And thank you to those who helped her out with the floss. You know who you are.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
They're very encouraging humans.
They are. They are. So let me see. Oh, okay. So then.
Oh, you lost that paper.
I know that one fell on the floor.
Oh, here you go.
Oh,
backup plan. There's your sheet.
So I might not have been able to stitch, but I did lots of shopping because you only need one hand for a credit card and add to cart.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to, of course, show you
Can
all
I
of
move this.
Yeah.
This thing is like scaring me.
Yeah, put that in your chair. All of my delightful deliveries, but I did choose 2 to share today. This is Plum Street Samplers. It's the Wool and Flax Company, and it's got like a little Bo Peep and a sheep.
I was going to say, I don't like plums, but that's kind of cute.
Oops.
Oh, that's perfect.
Is that good?
Yeah, good placement.
So I don't know when I'll ever stitch it, but that particular day, it really got my fancy. It spoke to me.
Did it say, Julie, buy me?
Buy me, buy me. Then, and I can't, this one's hermetically sealed. I can't even look at it.
Heat sealed.
Heat sealed. For freshness. I've got the Anne Grimshaw. Yeah. 1818 Ackworth. The pole's in the way. What does it say? Ackworth School Sampler.
Quaker School Sampler.
And I just thought that was so cool. And I bought...
Can I take it down now?
Yes, you take it down.
My arm hurt.
And I'm going to stitch that with 103 silks. Oh, I guess not. Yeah, 103 silks. I bought several spools of black because I didn't know how much it would take. But I don't know what fabric yet. You know, that's going to go on the black sampler wall downstairs over the sofa where that one picture is. So I don't know if I'll ever live long enough to even get a black sampler done to put on it. But that's where they're all going to go. Lady. I know. Now that I'm retired and I have a hand for, I have both hands now. For
you know, a year from now, you're not even going to know.
No, that's what the PT said. She goes, oh, this time next year, you won't even realize you had surgery. I go, a year? I gotta wait a year to open up the peanut butter by myself? I don't think so.
Probably.
Before Tom left this week, and he goes, do you need anything? And I go, yeah, will you open up the peanut butter? Could you open up this?
Just crack it so it's not so tight.
Just a little bit, and then I'm thinking, oh, no, I'm good. Because, boy,
Well, as the crow flies, I can be here lickety split.
you sure could. Just start flapping. So, I was wondering, was anything dropped off on your front porch?
Well, I know that you have delightful deliveries
Yeah.
that just grace your presence.
Yeah. Anticipated.
I sometimes don't necessarily know what's showing up at my house. I did get some omeprazole. I got some little alligator clips. I'm gonna make some hair bows for my friends' kids. But I did.
Oh, you did get Drano last week too.
Yeah, my drain got clogged. I decided I was gonna try and make bread. Flour apparently clogs your drain.
Oh no!
And the bread did not really turn out that great. So
Is that out of your system now? The bread making?
no, so the sourdough bread gave up. My starter molded. I don't care. There's like hooch and growth and germs and microbes. I gave up. Although I love science, it was not as sciencey as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It was very just much
We
so
did
like
get a day by day progress.
it was more of like a waiting game, and I lack patience. I like instant gratification.
That's why you buy bread.
That's why I tried yeast bread. Hence the flour problem clogging my drain. It was a whole thing. It's resolved.
Yeah. And the yeast bread you did make was good.
I mean, it was all right.
But we can buy it. So in your busy world, I'm glad that you tried it and now realize that you'll just stick to.
I mean, I got a really cute Dutch oven though.
Yeah. That's cool.
But no, I did get a cross stitchy thing. It's
Gothic Halloween.
Gothic Halloween. And so I'm not a huge Halloween thing, but my daughter is. And I decided that I was going to do this one.
That
The little one on the
pumpkin.
bottom, that little pumpkin right there.
So it got skulls in it?
It does. So it's got...
Okay, it's...
So they did it on a white fabric of some sort, stitched it in all black. So the skulls look white because of the fabric. They're like the negative space. You can see through it. But I decided that I wanted to do it on...
Her favorite color, for one thing.
It's not my favorite color. It's my daughter's favorite color.
Bella's favorite color.
So it's called Atomic Ranch. Is that Rogue?
I think
Rouge?
so. Rouge.
Rouge? Rogue? It's a color. No, the color is crocus.
It's Atomic Ranch.
In the color crocus.
Yeah.
And it's 28 count. And, well, regardless, it's this purple.
Isn't that beautiful? Oh, with black?
And I'm going to stitch it in all black. So the skulls will be purple.
Mm-hmm.
Various colors of purple because this is dyed.
It's going to be so subtle, but still really make a statement, I think.
It's going to be perfect for when I'm an old lady and I put it in that room once my kid leaves.
She's got an old lady room.
I'm gonna decorate it because I'm gonna be old someday.
With all her stitchy stuff, it's going to be her old lady room.
So when Halloween comes, I can put out my old lady stitchy pumpkin.
Yeah. On Atomic Ranch crocus.
Yeah.
I had Atomic Ranch the other day and it gave me heartburn.
Did you? Yeah. Was it Chipotle Ranch maybe, not Atomic Ranch?
It was not sitting well, but anyways. So you got that?
Yeah.
That's way cool.
That and the omeprazole.
Which I could have used.
I mean, after your ranch issues,
on my salad.
You should have let me know.
And we got to stay more in touch. Really?
Yep.
So, what do you think about this whole video thing?
Well, I think if anyone made it this long, I mean, thanks.
Yeah.
Because we're an acquired taste.
But that's okay.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's fine. I'd like to do another one because I've got a whole bunch of stuff and you still have so much stuff to show.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
Yeah, a lot. She's actually done quite a bit of stitching over the year, which really surprised me. So I'm real
I don't like
fun.
to be on my phone. My phone.
That's
is
why you started stitching, right?
Yeah, well, because like you watch TV, you binge watch stuff on. I binge watch stuff on TV. I'm on computers. I have 3 monitors that I'm on all day long. When I do my graphic design stuff and stuff for my business, I'm on a computer and I'm so sick of looking at screens that I just didn't want to be on my phone anymore. So I figured I'd look at fabric.
And I'm just really thrilled that when you were little, I gave you that Tweety bird. Remember that Tweety bird you stitched? I put it in a hoop because she just couldn't grasp the concept of holding the fabric in her hand. She was off in her room and she comes back and she goes, this just isn't looking right. You were about 12.
Was I?
And she had come up with the thread and gone down and come up with the thread. So she had like 8 loops around the hoop. She goes, what do I do with this? And I'm like, we're just going to have to cut it apart.
I tried.
So
was not my jam.
I was always hoping. She always has a, you like what I do.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, but it's just not anything that she ever was interested in. And then when she started coming with me to these events, and I think the camaraderie, what's that word? Camaraderie. You put too many R's in there.
A few.
Yeah.
Too many syllables.
But then we just thought, I was just thrilled that she picked it up.
And we can share this fun little hobby.
Yeah. And the trips.
Oh, yeah, those are fun too.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Well, I don't know. Shall we embark on another journey?
How about an adventure?
An adventure?
Yeah.
Where will it take us? Life, you never know where it's going to take us.
Who knows where we'll show up next?
Yeah. Oh, we have to find the clicker.
You and your damn clicker.
So, I guess thank you very much for watching us. And if you would, push the button. Okay. If you would like to subscribe and tell your friends, that would be great. Did I stutter on that subscribe, or was that the camera that did it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't paying
All
attention.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye.